Welcome everyone to another 144 and 360. We're going to go through a bunch of things here, just trying to give you some things to look forward to and follow along, and hopefully we can convince you that the Fibonacci retracements are the underlying structure of all markets, as we're going to go through a lot of different ones here very quickly. First off, our last video we called the Dow top 33,700. Nothing's really happened from there, but we're going to go over the NASDAQ and the S&P, show you how those stack up against the Dow. Then again, we had last week the Nove beans. There wasn't much time left. We were looking for 61.8 back the other way, and it ran out of time, but the Jan, next option out, did go from 61.8 down to 61.8. We missed it by a couple cents. But again, what we're thinking from here, you might get a little better idea in when we go to the Chinese exchange and the number one soybeans. And here's what's happening here. 61.8, if you're following us in the rules, should take you 61.8 the other way. That's what they did from here to here. A move of 78.6 should take you 78.6 the other way, which it did from here. And then we started, our target on here would be 78.6 the other way. Now we wrote a post on barchart.com in their commentary section on this one. You can go there. You can also click on the follow button under 144 Analytics on their page, and you'll get an email anytime that we post anything on Barchart. So here we go. We're looking for 78.6 up here. We went 38 back, had a setback, failed to make the new low. So again, failing from 38, we would be looking a minimum of 61.8, but ideally longer term, because of 78.6, we're looking for 78.6 up here. So keep your eye on that one. We also did a post on the corn ETF here. We called the coming bottom in corn, the ETF, here on the 15th. That's been the low so far, and as you can see, it's 38%. This is a combination of 3 front months market. That's how this one runs, and we are still looking for higher prices here, just based on the fact that it's holding 38%. Following our rules, we believe that anything that holds 38% should go for a new high to keep everything intact. Now we can go over to this one here, and we're going to do the cattle. And the cattle and hogs are in the same position. We wrote about this in our weekly update for livestock, and that is that cattle and hogs are up against a 78% retracement. Now with the 78 is also, you can go 78% the other way, and or it can be the end of this whole move up here whenever you get this. These are really important things to look at for on the tops and the bottoms, where you'll see things like that happen, where you go 78.6 back, failed to make that new low, didn't quite get there here. But those are the things that really turn you around from tops and bottoms. So keep an eye on that. You can see that one there. And then where do we have our hogs? Right here. So you've got this at 78.6 here. Longer term, they held the long-term retracement. We thought we were looking for new all-time highs, and we still are, because this setback here went 38 back, held above it. But again, we always warn about these things up in here whenever a market fails to make that new high, even after, especially after hitting or holding a key retracement. And here we're looking at the longer term. We're thinking we can take it down to 82.20 in the hogs, and we just did a video, or not a video, but an update on bar chart again there too, and this was also in our weekly letter for grains and livestock. Let's see, now we're going to go to the Dow, And where did I put it? No, that's not this one. Okay, so we got to go back here into the Dow. And as we said before, we were looking for this to be the top just based on the fact that the market went 61.8 of this low we had down here and the all-time high. That was 33,700. As you can see, we haven't done much here, but this is where we like the GAN lines too, to help give us a kind of a backup as to confirmation, and we've yet to close under this 33,321. If we think if we can get that 61.8, we're looking for 61.8. So a good move down here is what we think is very possible. And now we can go where to show you the difference in three different indexes. The Dow is the strongest because it went 61.8 back. The S&P, next strongest, as you can see here. This went 38 back to the all-time high right here at 44,000. Got up to this GAN square up here, closed back down lower. We think that this, well, 38 back could take us to new lows. Being the intermediate and not the weakest of the three markets, we think at least 78% down here, down to 36. So another thing to just keep your eye on. And the thing about this all is that, you know, you can tell a market's weak or it's strong. I mean, obviously, just by higher highs, higher lows, you know, lower lows, lower highs, that's an obvious thing. But when you can put the numbers to it, and that's where the Fibonacci retracements are so key. You can see here NASDAQ being the weakest of the three markets, even though it's come into 38% to the 2009 low and 61.8 to the 2020 low. The first rally could only go to 38 back here, failed to make a new low back into this key long-term retracement. But here we are at 23% back to the all-time high. So we're looking for a close under that 11,455 to kind of confirm the down move here. We've obviously hit the points. And again, it's just the importance of knowing these levels. You can have your opinion of the market, but now you can put exact levels on it. I mean, just look at the chart and you can see how many retracements this thing has banged off of back and forth. And as I said, we believe it's the underlying structure of all markets. Hopefully we convinced you a little bit more today. Please, if you like what we're doing here, subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Bar Chart, and most importantly, if you trade the grains, subscribe to our premium membership. We put out weekly updates, and if the market really moves a lot, we will update during the middle of the week if our numbers just get blown out one way or the other. So that's it for this week. We'll follow up on all these things again next week. We're going to keep doing this. So stay tuned. Tell everyone you know that you think would be interested. And until then, thank you for watching.